Hello traders, I hope all of you are fine, enjoying your weekend, and welcome to today's weekly sectoral analysis. And I also hope that markets have been treating you with handsome profits. Let's start today's weekly sectoral analysis with Nifty, Spot, daily and the weekly time frame charts. On the right hand side, I have the weekly time frame chart, and on the left hand side, I have the daily time frame charts, right? So in terms of trend, we can clearly see that the trend is up, no doubt about that, because prices are moving up pretty confidently. In between, I guess, previous week, there was some sort of selling which was visible. And if you see this particular support, this support has acted pretty nicely. 18,100 support has acted very nicely. And prices have bounced back pretty sharply on Friday. Now, probably everyone would be thinking that since we have a hammer at a 38.20% retracement, so chances are that Nifty will shoot up and again we'll see a rally coming up. No, it's not that easy. But yes, the support which is there at 18,100 is pretty strong because it is also supported by one of the previous highs in candlesticks. Now, as a swing trader, yes, I would surely, uh, you know, I'll surely concentrate on Nifty as a swing trade, but we need to understand that there is a fair bit of resistance on the upper side, and that particular level is around 18,300, 18,320. These two candles back to back are big red candles, and generally the big red candles top can be a short-term resistance also. And if you check the hourly time frame charts, there is a big red candle over here with a wick, and this wick is also present at 18,297, which is around 18,300 levels. So according to me, if we have a breakout above 18,320, 310, and we have a sustained candle in the hourly time frame charts, or probably even lower time frame than hourly time frame charts, then probably you will be able to see a pretty sharp bounce in Nifty. But I would like to probably initiate this trade rather than in future. I would take this trade in option selling, because the reason for that is a lot of volatility was visible in last few days, and to probably be a little bit on the safer side, I would take a trade for option selling rather than futures. Okay. Now, Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is much stronger in terms of state of trend in comparison to Nifty. Now, if you check and if you extend this particular downtrend on the upside, there is not a single Fibonacci extension over here. The Fibonacci extension in the daily chart is much higher. If you see these two candles, this particular candle on 17th May and this particular candle on 19th May is clearly saying there is some sort of buying which is visible within this zone, which is around, you can say, 14,430, 440. So in case if 14,400, 43,400, this particular level is broken, then you will be able to see some sort of sell-off happening. If this level is not broken, then you will see some sort of consolidation happening in the shorter term time frame charts. And once that consolidation is over, you will be able to see sustained buying on the upside. And for this sustained buying, you will certainly need support from private banking stocks. Private banking stocks have been very, very strong recently. The state of trend in weekly time frame charts is very strong. Even if they've moved up pretty sharply, there have been couple of candles, this particular red candle and this red candles. So these red candles have been able to break that momentum in between. And I always say, rather than having, consistent big green candles, if in between you will have a little bit of profit booking, then the trend will go up slowly and steadily, and we could have a much larger uptrend in place. Okay. So in private banking stocks, I have one stock for you, which is Kotak Bank. Now, this stock has rallied pretty nicely, and from the upside, it has retraced. It is currently, taking support at 1900 levels. And at this particular level, if you check this zone, there is a lot of candlesticks cluster which is present. And since this entire trend is pretty big, that is the reason why 23.6% Fibonacci retracement is a support. After this candle, we immediately have an inside bar over here. Okay, you can immediately see an inside bar over here. And after this candle, what has happened is we have a breakout on the upside, movement above this high. So if this up move sustains in the shorter term time frame charts and even in the daily time frame charts, you will be able to see handsome gains possible in Kotak Bank, maybe 3 to 5% in the next few days. But I'm talking with a viewpoint as a swing trader. PSU banks. PSU banks, well, in terms of state of trend in the weekly time frame chart, they're looking fine. Only thing is that the momentum is not as strong as private banks. If you see private banks, they have been consistent. In PSU banks, if you see, first the rally was there and suddenly they have dipped. But still they are consolidating. It's not that they are now currently in a downtrend. Aisa kuch nahi hai. So from my side, one stock is Canara Bank. Canara Bank is currently trading at a support level right now. In fact, it is a support band. This entire band is a support band. And especially if you see this particular level, it has 3 candlestick wicks on the same level. First is this candle, 291.60. Second one is the recent low which got triggered on Friday. And there is one over here which is 293. So within the zone of 293, 291, there is pretty decent support. But for a swing trader, we need a pretty sharp bounce, and a move above 310, 312 will probably result into a decent breakout on the upside. Below this level, if you try to buy as a swing trade, be very, very careful, and be very careful in position sizing. The reason for that, why I'm saying this is, see the candle size. The candle sizes are very big. See this particular candle, see this candle, see the size of this hammer, and see even the size of this candle. So the candles are very, very large in size, and due to this, the volatility has slightly expanded. So be careful in your position size. Metals. Metals have surprised me, and before it seemed that they will be able to pull back and probably rally, but probably due to results, earnings, things have gone a little bit worse, and they have continued to drag down. Especially one stock, if you check, is Jindal Steel and Power. This stock has suddenly literally collapsed. This is not a correction. This is a very short-term collapse, but this is very, very surprising to me the way they have come down. It's really surprising. It's just a one-way move. So coming back to the metal pack, according to me, this is a pretty decent support, not a very strong support, but a decent support. But if we do not, just sustain above this particular level, if we start trading below this level in the metal pack, then you will see more selling coming up in the metal pack. Now, this is one sector which I guess everyone should concentrate. Everyone should concentrate on auto pack. The reason for this is there has been a tremendous uptrend in the auto pack, and what has happened after that is sudden drop. Now, just a small drop in auto pack, I don't think so, will be pretty much enough to start a new uptrend. But at times, some uptrends, some short-term uptrends are like this quick, and some consolidate and then go. So this one is like the first one, that it drops down and suddenly tries to go up. There are a few stocks which I would like to share. The first one is obviously Maruti, which is looking pretty solid right now. Maruti has started an uptrend in the weekly time frame chart. It has dropped down, taken support from its 38.20% Fibonacci retracement, and you can see there is a previous high. So in the weekly chart, it is looking pretty solid, and in the daily time frame chart also, it's looking pretty nice. I guess as a swing trader, I would surely concentrate on this stock, and we need to understand that it is not a buy at current level. We need to wait and see if there is a breakout possible in the lower time frame charts like hourly or probably even lower time frame charts. Only then this will transform into a swing trade. One another trade from my side is Tata Motors. Now this stock is even more stronger in the daily time frame chart. If you see the way the stock has gone up, the momentum, the candles, everything looks to be pretty much rock solid. If you check the way it has retraced, it has taken support from 23.60% Fibonacci retracement. Very solid, especially this trend is pretty big in terms of size. That is the reason why 23.6% is a good support right now. But if you check the weekly time frame chart, the stock is extremely overstretched on the upside. It needs some profit booking. It needs some consolidation. So as a swing trader, if I would like to initiate a trade in this stock, I would surely see that I do not initiate this trade in futures. I would probably think and initiate this trade in option selling and book profits as soon as possible as a small up move happens in the stock, and I'll try to get out. And one stock which is solid than all of them is possibly Mahindra and Mahindra. This stock has just started to move up. You can see this in the weekly time frame chart, and even in the daily time frame chart, you can see that it's just started to move up. It's just retraced right now, and this is an entire support band, 1258 to 1248. So if we have a shorter term breakout in the hourly time frame charts, possibly above 1273 or 1276, then you will be able to see a short term momentum upside in the M&M stock as a swing trade. IT Pack. IT Pack in the weekly time frame charts, you can see that they are still trying to pull back. This gap has been filled, but if you check the moving averages, the price is well below the moving averages. It is a downtrend, and this is just a pullback. In the daily time frame charts, the trend is completely flat because the prices are moving between the dual moving averages. So as of now, I have absolutely no view on IT Pack. I'll wait and watch and see what happens. Finance. Now finance, you can see the trend is strong, but slightly overstretched on the upside, just slightly, nothing much. So a little bit of consolidation in the daily time frame chart will not hamper for sure. And after the consolidation, possibility of the prices going up is pretty high. Now in this particular sector, PFC is looking a pretty solid stock. Yes, the momentum is very, very high, the way it goes up. But if you check in terms of trend, you can see this particular trend was rock solid. It just went one way up, then again one way up. But over here, after an up move, there is a down move. After an up move, there is a down move. So as a swing trader, you need to understand that as soon as you get a breakout in the shorter term time frame charts, you need to book partial profits immediately, because this is as of now not a stock where you will be able to hold your positions for a pretty long time. As soon as you initiate the trade, if you're getting some partial profits as a swing trader, book that partial profits, and then possibly if you want, you can continue trailing your stop loss or maybe keep a higher second target for your open trade. FMCG pack, pretty rock solid. In the weekly time frame charts, we have a sort of inverted hammer, not exactly looking like one, but it is for sure that the upper wick is slightly higher than the lower wick. So it seems some selling pressure is pretty much evident, and even the RSI is well above 70 levels. If you check the stock ITC, which is the main stock in FMCG pack, it is pretty much strong right now. It needs to consolidate, and after consolidation, whenever there is an up move possible in ITC, it will be a very good idea to initiate a swing trade in this particular stock. Second one is Hindustan Unilever. Hindustan Unilever has just started an uptrend. After an up move, it has tried to drop down. Actually, if it comes a little bit lower over here at 2585 and consolidates and then goes up, it will be a pretty good thing. But maybe if the buying is very, very strong, sometimes the stock do not come at lower levels. As a swing trader, I would keep my eyes fixed on the stock, and with a short-term breakout in the hourly time frame charts, I would surely like to buy the stock. Consumption pack. Consumption pack is looking pretty strong in the weekly time frame charts, and this particular sector is very strong in the daily time frame chart, but it is slightly overstretched, and RSI is at 88. It was at 88 and now it has come down. It needs some sort of consolidation. It needs some sort of sideways move. So what happens is Possibly the volatility comes down, and then slowly and steadily after the consolidation is over, you will be able to see an up move. Infra pack, I guess the sector is very rock solid. Yes, I can see that there is an inverted hammer over here, but I would surely give a chance to this particular sector, the way it has gone up, the way it has consolidated and come down. This is not a one-way down move. So if this low holds on, and if we start seeing some pretty good momentum candles over here, then there is a chance that you will be able to see some good rally happening in the infra stocks. Pharma pack has finally broken this support and looks very, very weak in the daily and in the weekly time frame charts. This stock, which was looking very strong for many weeks to months, has finally broken this low, went up, made a lower high, and now it has also made a lower low. So probably it's time that it is again looking weak, and probably lower levels are possible in Sun Pharma. If you check Oro Pharma on the other side, the trend is up for sure, but it surely needs some sort of consolidation. You can see higher highs visible over here, lower highs in RSI, as well as you would be also seeing some sort of resistance possible at 127.20% Fibonacci extension. So some sort of consolidation, some sort of profit booking is very much needed in Oro Pharma. In reality, the momentum was extremely strong, but if you check this thing, there is a hammer over here and there is an inverted hammer over here. So you can see how fast the prices have moved. I guess it's time that DLF and Reality Pack, because the main stock in Reality Pack is DLF for me, because I just track that particular stock. It needs to consolidate. It needs to come down a little bit more. And once that down move, that consolidation is over, when it gives a breakout in the shorter term time frame charts, probably it will end up into a beautiful swing trade on the upside. But it needs to consolidate. It needs to come down a little bit. You can see how far DLF has gone. Where are the moving averages? Where is the price? So there is a big gap over here. And more than that, in fact, more than that, I would say RSI is also above 70. So we need to understand that DLF needs to consolidate. It needs to come down. And after this consolidation is over, only then we'll be able to see some sort of nice up move happening in DLF. Mid cap stocks, I think they have rallied pretty nicely. Inverted hammer visible over here. So next week we need to be a little bit careful. And if you check in the weekly time frame charts, in fact, all three candles in the last 3 weeks have upper wicks. So it seems some sort of profit booking, some sort of consolidation is welcome in the mid cap stocks. Once that consolidation is over in next few days or maybe couple of weeks, after that, if we have an up move starting, we'll again come into that particular topic in probably in couple of weeks or whenever it happens. Then we'll be able to see again some good swing trades possible in the mid cap stocks. All right. So I hope this video helped you to understand how markets will move in the next week. Stay tuned on my channel for further videos on Nifty and Bank Nifty short-term view. Let's meet next week. Trade well, trade safely. Thank you.